Nice to see you, Dr. Gaymon,
Nice to be
otherwise known
seen.
as
Hello.
Doc. How are you?
Just fine, just fine, just fine. Happy Friday.
Thank you,
We
thank
made
you.
it.
Same to you. Welcome to Let's
Thank you.
Talk. This play is called Drowning.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I don't want to give much away, but I do want you to shed a little light on what drowning is about and why people need to come see
Absolutely.
this.
Absolutely. Again, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. So drowning really sits at the intersection between love and loss. Not to go too deep into the play, but it starts most certainly with my character Mac and my wife in the play Nikki. We have a stillborn, and then the losses compound as I lose my job, and her sister goes through uterine fibroids. So we, as a family unit, are really trying to cope with the insults of life. And I named it drowning because at a certain point you will see that we aren't necessarily doing so well. We're doing our best, but it's not working out so well. And then you see, like, particularly from the clip, that there are some decisions that we make. Either in the clip, you see that I have a bottle of alcohol, so my character goes into alcoholism, and then there's also a therapist. So there is a lot going on, but again, it centers right at that place of love and loss. And why you should see it, it is accessible. It's one of those things we want people in the audience to have the opportunity to see themselves or see people that they love in the characters that we portray. We mentioned that it's inspired by real events. That is absolutely true. I'll be transparent and say that my character um, in the play was a lot like something I had gone through in life. I was supporting someone, a loved one at the time, who was going through a lot of grief, and to stay in that place of support, I kind of went to alcoholism. So who I play as Mac in the play is a character that I have experienced as well.
Well, it's not an unusual story, and it's when we think about particularly what's going on right now, where people are losing jobs and uh, places like Washington
Mm,
D.C. where we have a high infant mortality rate, and women that are having problems with pregnancy, and I mean all of this is real life stuff. And
absolutely.
you do wonder how, when it's compounded, how people get through it. And that's why, I guess we're acknowledging Mental Health Month, because I don't know if this play offers some solutions, but people need help.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you make a good point. Like, oftentimes it is easy to deal with one problem, but when it's one problem and this thing happens and the next thing happens, it really does compound, and you have to figure it all out. So, absolutely, we demonstrate, as I said, like my character goes to the bottle a bit, and in the space of scenes that are with therapists. So there are some therapy scenes that that intention and what he's trying to do to cope comes out, and then there are some better alternatives. And so we this fits Mental Health Month because of really, like you said, how accessible it is and how the decisions that are made in the play are some of the decisions that people will make in real life. But we also offer positive directions like support from your family, support. My character has a strong conversation with his father. Nikki's character has a strong conversation with her mother. So the support systems, the healthy support systems that allow you to make good decisions, is another good avenue that we really lean into in addition to therapy.
Well, I like the idea of that's unique to me. I mean, that you bring the therapist into the story, because, say black women, will talk their problems out with therapists. Black men, generally speaking, I know this
Mm-hmm.
is generalization here, but, don't feel like that's the door they want to go into. So why did you decide to include that in
Agreed.
the play?
Agreed. I wanted to give a lot of times when you see loss, particularly with the family unit, you see it from the perspective of the mother. And we honor that, but I wanted to actually show the perspective of a father intending to be a father and suffering the loss
Mm.
of that fatherhood, the idea of fatherhood being removed, while still trying to hold the family unit together. So this play, while most certainly honoring the space of maternal loss, gives a unique perspective into paternal loss and how that, how that can happen in a way that we don't often see it. So I wanted to put that in because, like you said, it is a bit of a stigma when it comes to one, mental health, and then men in mental health. And so I
Yeah.
wanted to show that that is a viable avenue, a good choice you can make, and one that doesn't challenge your masculinity or challenge your position in the family. It is one that actually will like bolster your position in the family because you'll be a more complete, stronger man as a result.
Yeah, I know. I personally know of a friend whose wife lost three children prior to birth, and one of his challenges was, like you said, what he was going through, but also how he could be supportive of her. Now, I'm happy to know that, to say that they have a wonderful baby boy and life seems to be fine, but it was a challenge. I could see it.
Yes, like, yes, I'm glad that wasn't the end of the story. Yeah, yeah.
No,
That is
they're
beautiful. I'm glad that
beautiful.
wasn't the end of the story, but and yeah, like to be suffering your own loss, but witnessing the loss, like the grief of your spouse, like that is it's two things that to deal with, and also on the mom side to be witnessing the grief of your husband while also suffering your own maternal grief, like
Right.
that's two things. And so again, we add that to the loss of the job and dealing with the sister, the health issues of the sister. It really becomes like a rich story that we are able to flesh out, and we do it with it's acting, music, live singing, spoken word, dance. So it's not a heavy thing, because you don't leave it feeling heavy as we go through the heaviness.
That's good. That's good. So where can people go and see the play?
Come on out. So we are touring right now. In the DMV. Our next stop is Indian Head Black Box Theater. That's going to be not this Saturday, but next Saturday. We go up to Baltimore for Arena Players on the 16th, and that is the last stop of the tour for Drowning. I will say that we did Drowning in 2023 and 2024, and the audiences, thank you all for coming out. The audiences, I intended to end this on a cliffhanger. I was completely fine. I'm the youngest of three kids. I'm fine with a little mischief. And the audience said, absolutely not. We are too invested. We need to know how you end this, not how we were going to end it. So that has led us to the final chapters that we're going to debut on June 6th at the Public Playhouse. So everyone who's seen Drowning, come on, see how it ends. And that section of the play is called Till Death Do Us Part.
Oh, wow. So now, if you haven't seen, because I confess I haven't seen the first chapter, do I need to see that before I come to see the final chapter? How does that work? Because I
I
can.
would recommend, just so you, again, it's a rich story, so you want to see the spaces. Now, we are intending to. There's a recap, like a previously on X-Men type thing. So there is a recap for those people who are not able to see Drowning. When you come on June 6th to see Till Death Do Us Part. So we do recommend for the richness of the story, but it's not a must.
So before we go, I want to know a little bit more about you. We talked about the play.
Yeah,
You are from the DMV, correct?
absolutely. Yeah, I born in DC, raised in Maryland, went to Suitland High School. Shout out to the Rams. And that's kind of the reason that we started this here, while we're doing a local tour. And we actually, the first place that we did it was at Creative Suitland, in Suitland, Maryland. So yes, I'm from this area. Um, and I mentioned the doctor part. The doctor part is real. I have a PhD in tumor biology, so I did cancer research for a number of years, and actually a videographer did a documentary on my life as an artist and a scientist.
Wow.
That person named me Dr. Renaissance, and that is how the name Eva sort of the origin story of the name, and I just sort of shortened it to Doc to make it easier.
Dr. Renaissance, that's amazing. That's amazing background. I mean, I guess the talent part, the creative part was always there. That's the thing about, our personality. So many of us, we take one path, but there's always another one just sort of lingering back there waiting for us, waiting to be noticed. And I guess that sounds like what happened.
Absolutely, and I will say, yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't mean to cut you off. Forgive me. I will say, yeah, that's kind of the crux of the documentary. I've lived this life, kind of arts and science throughout life, and I've loved it. And I don't really like to choose one. I really like to go with both directions. So yeah, I've loved this left brain, right brain connection all the time. And actually, if I may, I want to very much so thank my cast. I want to thank the crew. I want to thank the publicists. Without you all, none of this would be possible. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you. I appreciate you.
Wow, yeah, because you didn't do it all by yourself, and so yeah, you got to give folks credit where credit is due. So,
Oh no, no. Oh no.
exactly. So, I'm excited. So we know that this is coming. Actually, folks can go see it soon. What else are you working on?
Hmm. A couple of things. So we have also generated a murder mystery. It's a much lighter material, right? Like everyone loves a good who done it. So
Right.
that debuted in, let's see, that debuted in April, and it's going to be coming across to restaurants in the area. And then we also put on, if you like, it's a very old film, the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We
Yes.
also have recreated a shadowcast performance of that called the Neapolitan Rocky Horror Experience. We just did that at BlurredCon for the first time, BlurredCon 2026, and so that's going to be coming across. We typically will do it around October in the Halloween time frame. So we do have a few, like a thank you for that, few performances, a few presentations that we have, and right now it is the more heartfelt one, and that's Drowning Until Death Do Us Part.
Okay. All right. Well, one day I guess we'll hear your voice because you sing. So I guess we'll be able to purchase songs by Dr. Renaissance. Has a wonderful voice. So,
Come on out to the theater. Come on out to the
oh,
theater.
we're good to hear you then, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Well, again, I want to thank you for joining us, for sharing this with us. This is Mental Health Month, and I think, sometimes going to a place where you can see stories being told and how people resolve issues on stage in music, it's very helpful. A lot where a lot of us learn and experience, just options that we have in life. So I want to thank you for producing this play, and I wish you the best of luck.
We thank you. I just gave you a little snippet right
Thank
there. We thank you so much. Thank you for having us. Thank you for this platform. Thank you for all that you do for the community. We appreciate it. And yeah, come on out to the theaters and see us, folks. We'll be there.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Renaissance. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you. Talk to you soon. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Where do you come to get all you